Hello, welcome back to my channel. Basically, this video is going to be just a recording and of you hearing what I have to say and why I think that God is allowing this situation to happen. The reason why I'm not repeating it again is because I feel there's a lot of rawness in the voice recording that I made, that I feel like even if I try and attempt to repeat it, it loses its value. So I'm literally going to insert the recording into the rest of this video and you can hear what I have to say and why I think God is allowing this to happen right now. So yeah.
Why is God allowing this to happen? Why is God allowing this to happen? Sometimes that question it just sits on our head every single day. Why is God allowing this to happen? Why is God allowing this to happen? Because we have the awareness, we have the truth that we know that God allows everything to happen for it to actually take place. He's powerful enough to stop it, and sometimes the fact that he doesn't stop it, it really burns on our heart. And that's a question I've been asking God daily, like, why is this happening? Just not even with the racial injustice, but it's the personal things that are going on in my own life as well. And I've come to the conclusion after a lot of yelling and a lot of screaming that God allows things to happen for the greater good. God allows things to happen whereby he knows is going to perform something. It's going to shift something completely in our atmosphere. Sometimes the questions we were having first of all is, why is Corona happening? Why is Corona happening? Why is Corona happening? And although we might not know the solidarity reason, we know that God is allowing it to happen because greatness is going to be birthed out of it. Whether it's greatness of the mind of a scientist, it's greatness of the mind of an author, it's greatness of the mind of a preacher, it's greatness of the mind of a child, whatever it may be, God knows that greatness is going to come out of this season, which is why he's allowed it to happen. And he knows that the greatness, unfortunately, it does outweigh the bad. It does outweigh the loss. It does outweigh the things that have happened. Because there's certain things in areas people's life that where is hurt and is burden that causes you to get up and make a difference. It causes you to shift something in your atmosphere. It causes you to become undistracted from something. And the same goes for now. God is allowing certain things to happen in our day-to-day life. He's allowing this racial injustice to happen because if God wanted to, he could come and just blow up every single white person's head. He could come and just say snap, everyone dies. You know what I mean? He could do all of these things, but he knew that the blood of George Floyd would create such an outrage amongst us. Some people say, okay, why was it happened in daylight? You know, why did it happen? Why did he not do it till late? This, that, and that. All of these questions, is what births what's happening right now. This level of injustice have infuriated so many of us that we've had to make a difference. We've had to get up and do something. Some people, the fire that's been birthed inside of them has made them want to pray more. Some people has made them want to call on God more. Some people has made them want to get out of their bed and go and march, go and protest, go and talk to it's educating some white people. God knows that the good that's going to happen is going to outweigh the bad, and that's just a fact. So sometimes when we ask God, why is this happening, we have to understand in our hearts that it would not happen unless God had a greater reason for it. And sometimes that can be painful to hear, but also it can be comforting. I know for me, for the past few days, understanding that God is allowing something to happen in my life for the greater good in the future, it has to be motivating. I might be suffering now, but give it a year, give it 2 years, give it 3 years, give it 40 years. There's something that's going to be birthed in the future that had to happen right now. That shift had to happen right now. God is not your enemy. Christianity is not your enemy. God is your way out. God is your way to a higher understanding. God is your way to revelation. Let God's kingdom come down on from heaven to earth, and you will see changes being made. Changes in this world can't be made by the snap of a finger. But if we allow God's kingdom to come down and dwell in this season, then we will see the changes that happen. We will see what God is doing on this place. The system has to be ripped up. The educational system has to be ripped up. It has to be ripped up. But with God, all things are possible. And that is why I feel like he is allowing this to happen.
So after you've heard all of that, I just want to encourage every single person that you can make a difference. Each and every one of us can do our bit. Whether we pray about it, whether we go out to the protest, whether we sign petitions, whether we share the different posts, we can do something about it. Whether we have conversations with white people, whether we speak on our YouTube, whether we speak on our social media, we can all do something. We can all make a difference. Do not think by any means that you don't have the power to make a difference. How you interact with a white person, how you interact with other races will determine how they see you. Each and every one of us need to take responsibility for making a bigger change. We all have a duty, we all have something to do in this world, and as long as we are black, there's certain areas that will be close to us simply because of that. So we need to ensure that when we go into our working environments, we are portraying that A-class character. We need to understand that we're showing love in each and every single way. We are praying for people, we are correcting people, we are educating people. No more going into a work environment and not being able to make my jollof rice. No more letting somebody touch my hair and be like, oh, your hair looks better when it's straightened, or your hair looks better when you have a wig on. No more. We can't let it slide anymore. We can't let it slide anymore. It's time to correct. We're correcting with grace. We are correcting with the love of God. We're not correcting to condemn. We're not correcting to belittle. So it's about us taking our stance in this time, yeah, to be like, you know what, yeah, enough is enough of how we used to roll. God is saying there's changes to be made. God is saying we need to change something right here. How we was becoming too normal, was becoming too comfortable, walking around in silence almost. We was walking around, walking into situations knowing that there's racial tension, yeah, and just being like, okay, no, there's nothing we can do. We'll go to certain holidays, we'll see people staring at us, and we'll just be like, why are they staring? But we know why they're staring. They're staring because we're black. So it's about time that we know more. We'll politely go up to them and be like, hi, is there something going on right here? Shh, don't be rude, but hi, is everything okay? Okay, cool. They probably won't say it, that's for sure. They probably won't say it. Just be like, you know, I like your t-shirt. Or I like your glasses. Or I like this, I like that. Show that love and cut, because you've done your duty. You've done what you needed to do. Small little changes we can make here in our day-to-day atmosphere that's going to make bigger changes in the grand scheme of things. We just need to go into each situation, yeah, knowing that our small differences, whatever it is, a prayer indoors will move mountains. A post shared and only one person see it, move mountains. A conversation with one white person will move mountains. It will make a change. They will go on and share what they need to say, and it will make a difference. It starts with us. Each and every one of us take our responsibility to do and to make change, and that is it. That's all I wanted to say. There's nothing more to this video, honestly. Be blessed, get closer to God, because God will reveal to you what you need to do that's going to make a difference. And just, yeah, thank you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. If you don't, just share this video, because that's all I need. Thank you and goodbye.